Do y'all mind if I join you? Think I hurt my scalpel climbing off the jungle gym. Sure, have a seat. My mom will have to give me some acetaminophen to relieve this cute sharp pain.
I hope this doesn't cause some romantic joint pain in the future.
I just hurt my shoulder, that's all. What's going on, everyone?
We were just sitting here discussing which one of us will be the most philanthropic business owner.
Really? I know the answer to that question. Me.
Oh yeah, can you corroborate your philanthropic efforts?
My humanitarian benevolence started years ago, and I've become quite exceptional at it. And I am always willing to help someone in need. But once I served in sensational quenelle for my little brother when he was feeling sick and feeling rather melancholy and down. Of course, my mom actually prepared it, but I took it to his room. It was this poached oval dumpling of parade forced meat served in a scrumptious cream sauce.
That's absurd. Something like that is not acceptable. We're referring to maybe relinquishing your meal to someone like an underprivileged person or something like that.
Or accommodating your friend with money to start a summer lemonade stand, not some retrospective memory of your little brother.
I concur with you. Yes, likewise, I do as well. Well, I have a more overt example of philanthropy. Once, I had a classmate who never had enough money to purchase lunch at school. So I will have my mom prepare an extra lunch to take with me. Needless to say, she was very appreciative.
Well, I have a more covert example of philanthropy. Well, you know, anyone who goes to the water park has a tremendous and invigorating amount of fun.
Yeah.
Well, my mom and I thought it would be a phenomenal idea to send an all-expense-paid vacation package to some less fortunate family. So what we did is send a correspondence to our school and had the principal award an extraordinary opportunity to the kid with the highest GPA. Of course, they had to be a family in need. The family would be completely oblivious to where the gift came from.
These pesky aeroplankton and flying insects are spoiling our fun here at the park.
Eric, that's a rude interruption.
Pardon me, I didn't mean to be uncouth. It's just bothersome to me when I imagine the day at the park will be mellifluous with pleasant and soothing sounds, and perhaps views of acacia flowers with cumulocyrus fluffy clouds.
Cumulocyrus, fluffy clouds. Fluffy clouds.
Dude, that was tripped out how y'all said all that. Pardon me, I meant to say I admired how you all said that.
Back to the subject at hand. Does anyone else have any narratives?
Yes, I do. As everyone else was verbalizing their philanthropic accounts, I was reenacting in my mind the many altruistic events I took part in. At the risk of sounding redundant, I'll refrain from telling of my giving to the poor and needy, but rather how I use my philosophical skills to teach someone how to read. By the way, that someone was an adult and I'm an adolescent, as you can see. Now, I'll relinquish the floor for someone else to speak.
Well, really, I repudiate the very thought of philanthropy. Simply because people today are very unappreciative and unthankful. When you do something nice for somebody, you expect a little gratitude.
I concur, but the best reward I feel is giving from the heart, expecting nothing in return and realizing the principles of Agapism, that all things tend toward the ultimate good. If you work as you work unto the Lord, then you look for your reward from heaven and not from people.
I couldn't agree with you more. If you give as unto the Lord, your bequeath can never become as ritualistic as an excessive devotion. For it is more blessed to give than it is to receive. I think America should go through a recuperation process and realize that acculturation doesn't have to be a bad thing.
I concur. The nomenclature and classification of different racial groups sometimes create unnecessary stresses between groups.
We kids know how it should be done.
We can easily teach adults that relationships are what you make them.
Hey, everyone, let's form a group called the Mark Squad.
Yes, I think we should establish cryptonyms or secret names for our group.
I'll raise you on test rings.
This message was brought to you by Mocktown, USA.